I started working right as I started college when I was 18, and I started bartending and got another job. That was one of those really good on the resume jobs. It worked really well with my major. I was studying public relations, and I knew I had a lot that I had to take care of. I had bills, I had books to pay for, I had gas to pay for, just all those things that kind of when you're 18, you're like, whoa. But I made it happen, and it was one of those things where I knew I had to make it happen. I knew I had to go to work. I knew I had to make money. I knew I had to take care of this stuff. Um, so I kind of learned that really young, and I learned that responsibility. But I also learned that I really, really, really hated being taken away from certain things. There was never a holiday break that I got to go home the whole entire time. I was always up and back from school because I was working, and I missed out on game days in Morgantown. I never went to one full football game as a student the whole day off. And I know that might not seem like, oh my gosh, but when you're like 19 years old, you're like, what? This is my college years. And I just figured that out really quickly. I didn't like it. Not at all. So upon graduation, I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? I have experience. I really did, and I had a good resume, and I had contacts like out the wazoo because I was a bartender. And I remember thinking, okay, I'm gonna take a pay cut, probably if I go get some startup job that I just kind of like. And I'm probably going to be miserable. Yeah, and about this time, I was starting to really make some changes within my health and fitness. I started in January, but come May, I'd really started to commit, and I really started to see changes. And a lot of those changes, well, honestly, most of those changes are because of just committing and really diving in with the community that was behind me and the challenge groups online and my own coach. And I remember thinking, I could do that, probably. Like, I could probably do that. And I was interested. I was like, But I didn't quite understand yet. I didn't know, like, oh, okay. Like, yeah. Like, it was something that I knew I was interested in. And here's why. I loved the fact that the journey that I had been on with my health and fitness, I could help someone do that as well. But more importantly, I was starting to realize the more I learned about the business and the more that I got involved, that not only could I help someone change their life with their health and fitness through these amazing programs and products, but I could help someone change their life, literally the whole thing, the entire part, the start to finish. And I loved that. I loved that. And it started to hit me that, okay, you can do this. You can create a life that you literally want to live. Not something where you're doing it because you have to. And not something where you're missing out on those football game days, and you might be able to go home for a whole entire week. So it hit me. You know what? This is something that is self-made. You can do whatever you want to do with this. You are the boss. You are in charge. This is your life. And I realized, whatever, I'm 22. I am going to check this out. I'm going to see what I can do here. And that's kind of what made me decide to put my foot in the door. Because I figured, okay, I can try this and I can hate it. And that's okay. But really, the only way I knew I would hate it is if I started to go back to the life that I didn't really like. If I started to go back to my past and start living the way that I once was. So I figured, you know what, no matter what, this is going to just constantly improve me as a person. I liked that. I liked the idea of that. Or, you know what, I just won't do it. So I said, I'm going to try. I owe it to myself to just see what is out there and to see what I can do. So I said, let's do this. And I'll be honest, like, I went all in. I had no idea. And by all in, I mean I was drinking Shakeology. Like, it's crazy the amount of investment that you make, because what you can create from this is exponential when it's compared to the amount that you really invest. If you think of like a business owner and how much they actually are investing in their own business, it's crazy. We're actually investing in something that's going to make us healthier. And that's another thing I was like, wow, that's cool. Like, I'm basically investing in myself. So I'm betting on myself. And I kind of love that. And now where I am, I see the power that just can come from somebody believing in themselves and believing in others and believing in the fact that being yourself is the true beauty and the true gift from all of this. Learning to be yourself and to share that and to be authentic with that and really gain the understanding of being a leader and enjoying your life is the true gift that can come from this. So that's why I got started. I wasn't so sure, guys, but now I am, because I've seen it, I've lived it, and I believe it. And that's why I wanted to share this. So thanks for listening.